I hope you are having a lovely day. I just wanted to make a short little video about kind of my journey to nurse practitioner school. I am currently at ASU, Arizona State University, getting my DNP. And my specialty that I chose was women's health, so I'll be a WHNP NP. And this is Millie, who decided to make an appearance. So kind of how it all went. I first out of nursing school got a job on a antepartum postpartum unit. And for those of you who don't know what antepartum is, the easiest way to explain it is like sick pregnant moms. So they anywhere from like their water broke to early or early labor, things like that. I was their nurse. And then also postpartum is the period after you have a baby. So they've already had the baby, and I was just kind of helping them in those first few days, recovering with their new little one. I loved my time there. It was definitely an experience. Antepartum, they could be sick with really anything. It was essentially any kind of illness, but they're pregnant. They were with us. So it was kind of a catch-all, but it was an amazing experience. And then right at my year mark, I moved over, and I've solely been doing labor and delivery since. And I absolutely love being a labor and delivery nurse. It makes my heart sing. I can make a whole different video about that. I could talk about labor and delivery all day long. So essentially, before I even had been working a solid year, I always knew from nursing school that I wanted to go back and become a nurse practitioner. I thought for sure women's health, but didn't quite know 100%. And so about, 6 months into working, I decided to go ahead and apply to ASU. I live in Arizona, so it kind of, made sense. And it's kind of a process getting into nurse practitioner school, let me tell you. You have to, write a statement of purpose, the resume. You have to have 3 people that they reach out to that, have to do recommendations. So like your current manager, and then some other people. And then there's the interviewing process. And so I applied, I want to say it was the end of November. I interviewed in January, and I found out a week later that I got in. So this was January last year. So it was kind of crazy, but I was super excited and super, super fun. I started classes in August last year, and honestly, such an amazing decision to go to nurse practitioner school. So I should say I'm working full-time as a labor and delivery nurse, so 3 12s a week, and also during school full-time. And I kind of wanted to make this video also to talk about the things that nobody really told me about that I wish they had. The biggest thing is the balancing. So nurse practitioner school, I was told, it's kind of a continuation of nursing school. It's kind of just like nursing school on steroids. Some people told me it was easier than nursing school, so I really had no idea what to expect. It requires a lot of time. You have to essentially, it's not like nursing school where you go to class every week and they give you all the information you need to know, you make your own notes, study those, do tests, it's fine. Doesn't really work when you're getting your DNP. Essentially, and I do a hybrid program, so I go to immersions every month, a couple days a month I go to class, and then the rest of it is doing quizzes and exams at home on my computer, which is great, since I'm working full time, because or else it wouldn't be possible. But at the same time, there are some struggles, because I do really learn from being in person. So that was the first thing I really didn't expect was, I guess, how much it was going to be, how time consuming, and in nursing school, so they give you everything. And in DNP school, they kind of give you the guidelines and they give you the chapters, but you have to really take it into your own hands. And sorry, my cat is just playing, so you probably can hear that jingle bell. It was a real shocker, not a shocker because, you know, we need to know these things, but the fact that you literally have to read everything. If I could give one tip to anyone starting their nurse practitioner program, while it be a master's or doctorate, I would say read everything. You need to know these things, so it's really important, but yeah, you gotta read. So making sure you make time to read. Working full-time and doing school full-time is definitely a challenge. There are some weeks that I want to cry, for sure, and I do cry. So the next thing I would say, you know, working full-time, doing school full-time, it's definitely doable, but it's very difficult. You have to be a good planner. That is the key to doing both. You have to be able to write papers weeks in advance. This is not this paper is due next week, I'm gonna start it this week, or it's due Sunday and it's Wednesday, I'm gonna start it now. No, you have to write your papers very far in advance, because it's not, also too, like this is a doctorate level grading, so their expectations are very high and they grade very harsh. So you have to have multiple revisions in order to be successful. So, and you know, you wanna be successful. Another thing I didn't expect, but I guess I should have known, was the fact that you have no time for yourself. It's just like nursing school again. I didn't work in nursing school, so I guess I should say that. So this has been definitely a change. But I feel like I have no time to go to the grocery store. I have no time to fold laundry. Like basic things that shouldn't take that much take a long time for me, because I have so much reading, I have so much schoolwork, and on top of it, you know, when you work a day, that's 12 hours, but you know, reality, it takes the whole day. So you have to be very, very good about your time management. It's just making sure that you make time for yourself, you know, getting ahead, so that, you know, if your friends are going out on a Friday night, that maybe you'll actually be able to go. So time management is key. What is nurse practitioner school like? So I think when somebody told me it's nursing school on steroids, it's probably the closest. I have exams just like I did in nursing school. You have physical checkoffs, you know, doing health assessment, like taking somebody's history, doing a physical, you know, they physically check you off. Every school, I'm sure, does things differently, but I kind of assume this is probably generic. So it's just like nursing school, but more. And it's hard because, you know, you've been working as a nurse for however long, then also now throwing in school, it's very difficult. You don't want to lose the income, but at the same time, you know, at what point you got to give. I start clinicals in May, so I think I'm probably going to have to reduce my hours, because I just don't really quite see how I can honestly have class, clinicals, and school, and working full time. So we'll have to see what comes then. But all I can say is I love nurse practitioner school. I love being a labor and delivery nurse, and I totally recommend it to whoever's on the fence. You know, go out there, shadow a nurse practitioner. That's what I did. I went and shadowed. I loved it and realized, you know, these are kind of the next steps for me. The biggest thing is just being organized. It's totally doable. It's totally great, you know, whether you went to nursing school, you know, you got your bachelor's a year ago or maybe 10 years ago. Do it. If your heart is for it, then do it. You just have to have the drive and the passion. My program is 3 years year-round, so essentially like 4 full years, 8 semesters, but you do it in 3 because of the summers. But anyways, so it's like, it's a lot of schooling, so you have to be willing and ready to put in the effort, you know, and though these few years you may be giving up some time with your husband or whichever, but it is 100% worth it, and at the end it will be worth it. You know, I always tell myself, one day I won't have to work as many holidays or as many weekends, and I know that sounds silly, but being a nurse, holidays, you miss a lot. You miss a lot of family time. So definitely some things to consider. So long story short, can you do nursing full-time, work as a nurse at the bedside, and nurse practitioner school? Yes, you can. It's just all about how you manage your time and how you organize things. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, click subscribe if you want to. Have a wonderful day, and if you have any questions for me, just comment below. I should be making more videos soon. Thanks, bye guys.